Oh, this club, man. This club, man. Oh, this football club. This football club. A football club named Chelsea. Of course, man. Of course it had to be us, man. Why do I have to come here every Saturday and record a review of us getting battered and raped at home every single week? Why? You just gotta sit and laugh. I mean, what's the point? I can sit here and rant, but honestly, like, there's just no point. I would be wasting my breath. I would be wasting my time. There's honestly no point because I did it against West Ham, and obviously the players don't understand the message. I did it last week against Everton, although it wasn't really a rant. I'm sitting here on a weekly basis now, and I'm just wasting my breath. I'm honestly just wasting my breath. 4 losses in the last 5 Premier League games for a club like Chelsea. I don't care if we have the transfer ban. I don't care if we're in poor form. That is simply unacceptable. With the players that we have in our squad, that is simply disgusting and unacceptable. What is this? Is this a shit show? Is this a shambles? Like, are you literally taking a piss out of the fans? What is this? Because this is getting to a point where now top four, in my opinion, is slowly fading away. Yes, we're still in top four, but the gap that we had was so significant, so substantial, and now it's just been sliced. We were 10 to 11 points clear in the top four, and now that is going to potentially be sliced to 2 points. We've lost 10 points of our lead in the top four. We've lost 4 of our last 5 Premier League games. And in the last 3 Premier League opponents we played Bournemouth at home, that we've lost, yeah. We played Bournemouth at home. And before this game, Bournemouth lost their previous 5 games. They lost their previous 5 Premier League games in poor form. They come to Stamford Bridge, they play really well, play us off the park, and they nick the 3 points. Everton were in the relegation zone before we played them. They were in the relegation zone before we played them. And what happened? They beat us convincingly. Before we played West Ham, you're starting to see a pattern there. Before we played West Ham, they lost their previous 6 Premier League games, not 5, 6. They were even in worse form than Bournemouth. They came to the Bridge, what happens? They nicked a 1-0 win. And again, it wasn't us playing well. They played well. They played us off the park, and what happened? They nicked 3 points. I'm seeing a regular pattern here. I'm seeing a regular occurrence, and it's not becoming poor form now. You're seeing a clear sign of lack of management. You're seeing a clear sign of lack of inexperience, and you're seeing a clear sign of lack of quality. And this is why the next summer window, especially this January transfer window, the board need to wake up now. And we need not just make signings, but we need to make proper, top quality, top caliber signings, because this, unfortunately, is not good enough. Like I said, I'm not going to sit and rant because I've done it now, and it's just a waste of time. I'll be wasting my breath because I could rant, and next week could put in a similar performance, and we're just going to be in a recurring cycle. I would honestly be wasting my breath. But honestly, that whole game was a complete joke. The whole entirety of the game was a complete joke. It's ridiculous. It's honestly stupid. I mean, it's not even just the performance and the players. I could probably count maybe a handful of players, if that, 2, 3 players that legitimately played well, and the rest of the players were crap. I mean, and it's not even just the players, it's the substitutions and in-game tactics by Frank Lampard, in-game management that completely baffles me. I don't understand. I honestly don't understand what goes through Lampard's mind. I'll give you an example, for example, right? We're at 0-0 with 10 minutes to go, and we're pushing for a late winner. We're pushing to get all 3 points. And what does Lampard do? He brings on Batshuayi for Jorginho. He wants to go up top. I have no problem with you going 2 up top. In my opinion, I disagree with it, but I understand why you've done it, because you want to go for the game, you want to get a goal. It makes sense, okay? I understand. You want to go 2 up top. You bring him off for Jorginho. That's also fair enough. But what makes it more baffling is you keep Mount on. You keep Mason Mount on, who, excuse me, had one of his worst performances I've seen. Don't get me wrong, Mount's been trashed this season, but that was arguably one of his worst performances. And I keep mentioning this. The guy was non-existent. The guy was a ghost the entirety of the game, and it's been ever since for the past few weeks now. Yeah, he hasn't had a lack of injury. He's not had an injury. He's not had a knock or something. He's just been trash. He's honestly been trash. And another thing, I keep hearing excuses for Mason Mount. Oh, he's not in his natural position. He played in his perfect position this game. His perfect position. And again, he was a ghost. He was non-existent. And what baffles me the most is he kept him on for the whole game, but took Jorginho off, so we lost all stability and all control. Lampard, what are you thinking? This is what I mean. Like, his in-game management is a problem. Another L that we've taken has to go on Lampard's head, because this is ridiculous now. Not even an assistant manager on Football Manager, yeah, on FIFA Career Mode would make such a stupid decision, right? I don't have coaching badges. I'm not a professional manager. None of you guys are professional managers, but you can clearly see by taking Jorginho off, you're losing stability, you're losing control, and the gap between the midfield and the defence is just going to widen. So there'll be more gaps for Bournemouth, and Bournemouth are the perfect counter-attacking team, and they counter with pace. Their front three is full of pace. They will exploit and expose our defence. And what happened? Exactly that happened. And this is what I mean. Like, how can you not see that as a professional manager, and you are manager of Chelsea? How could you not see that coming? Like I said, I have no problem with having Batshuayi and Tammy Abraham playing together up top. But why not take him off the mount? Why are you taking off Jorginho? At least with Jorginho, there's control and stability. So if Bournemouth do counter, we have someone who can control the play, and the gap is narrowed. So there's a reduced chance of Bournemouth scoring. And Jorginho has the killer pass, the potential to unlock Bournemouth's defence, which he did a couple of times during the game if it wasn't for our woeful finishing. So this is my point. This is what I mean. The substitutions never made sense. Hudson-Odoi coming on for Willian, I thought was the only positive substitution. Hudson-Odoi had to come on. Willian again was atrocious. Another man who's been poor for weeks. But why again is Pulisic coming off? Pulisic again had a really good game. He was one of our bright players in this game. Yet he comes off and Mount stays on. Like, for me, it's looking like there's a clear... I know you guys will disagree with me, but it's looking like there's a clear, favouritism going on. There's a clear favouritism where Lampard prefers Mount over any other player. It feels as if Mount is always the first player on that team sheet every single week, every single game, because it's clear as day now. I don't want to hear anyone say, oh, everyone has an equal shot, because that's what I assumed, but it's obviously not the case, because why is Mount getting 90 minutes from this game? If it was any other player, I guarantee you they would have been subbed off. But because it's Mason Mount, right, he gets played on. And I'm sorry, but some of you, yeah, they're always up his arse because he's an academy graduate, need to start to get real. Get the fuck real, because I'm getting really sick and tired now when he's putting in dog shit performances week in, week out. And it's not just one game, it's been pretty much the whole season. When he scored against Aston Villa, covered up his disaster class, he was shocking this game. He was shocking midweek against Lille. He was shocking against Everton. He was shocking against Aston Villa. He was shocking against West Ham. And he's been shocking for weeks. The last time this guy played well was Ajax away. And that was on the 23rd of October. That was nearly 2 months ago. And God forbid the next game that we play is Tottenham away on the 22nd. Jose Mourinho is going to come for revenge. And we're going to get slapped up, I guarantee you, because our record against the top six is trash anyway. Honestly, it's looking doom and gloom. And luckily, that's over a week away, because I don't want anything to do with Chelsea right now. I need a break from Chelsea, because this team is pissing me off on a weekly basis now. I mean, it's embarrassing. It's honestly embarrassing. Bournemouth, like I said, did not win their last 5 games in the Premier League, and they came here and nicked all 3 points. Where do we go from here? Our top 4 spot, we're still in the top 4. But the issue is now, of course, we only have a 2-point lead, which is nothing, especially at this rate of season. I cannot wait for the January transfer window, because now we need to make top signings, and we need to make top signings now. The board, get your act together and start getting the cash out. Whip out the wallet, whip out the credit card, because now is a time where we need to start spending, and spending big. Because I'm sorry, it's proven here that it's simply not good enough. Like I said, the only positives are Rudiger and Zuma. They were fantastic in this game. Unlucky for the goal, but they were fantastic. Fantastic interceptions, fantastic blocks, commanding the defence. They're both fantastic. So I want to see that in the future. Jorginho again, dictating the game, controlling it. Was fantastic this game as well. Fantastic, through balls. In between the lines and orchestrating the play. Really, really happy with his performance. Again, Emerson, one of his worst performances I've seen in a Chelsea shirt. And overall, most of the players in his team. I'm not going to get into Mason, man. I've already gone into him too much. But it's clear as day that, honestly, it's not just poor form at this point. Maybe it really is a lack of quality. And maybe at the start of the season, we were getting lucky. Because I kept mentioning, even when we were winning, that it was still poor, but we grounded out the result. But it's now coming to a point now where we're not grinding out results. And we're not even drawing. That's the worst part here. We're not even drawing. We're just losing. We're just simply losing. We're either losing or winning. And the winning at the moment is really, really rare. And honestly, it's so frustrating. It pisses me off now. Copped a fresh trim today. Nice shape up, right? To give Chelsea luck. And if anything, it's just give it a bad luck. Honestly, I'm done. I'm honestly done with this club. I need a week break from this club. This club is finished, man. It's finito. It's done out here, honestly. Chelsea in the mud, honestly. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm going to wrap up the video there, guys. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to my channel if you are new around here. Make sure you hit the notifications for every time I do upload. And comment down with thoughts, opinions on the game that you watch. What do you think? But yeah, I'm just going to wrap up there. Peace.